So let's get started. Let's find a comfortable seat. You can be on your mat, or if you want to sit on a pillow or something, just so your hips are slightly higher than your knees. And once you are comfortable, I invite you to take one deep inhale through the nose and exhaling out. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And start to make your way on the mat. So not just physically, but mentally as well. So you can bring your attention to your breath. And for those joining us, we're just finding a comfortable seat, starting our practice with a short meditation. And so as we bring the attention to our inhale and exhale, today I would like to explore the topic of self-care. Because what I noticed this morning is that although we're all going through a fairly difficult moment, there's a lot of uncertainty, I feel like I'm actually personally spending more time taking care of myself and doing things that make me feel better. And as I was meditating this morning, I listened to a meditation by Justin Michael Williams. And he used a really nice metaphor for our well-being. And when he was talking about self-care, he explained again this vision of our well-being as a table. So we have 4 pillars at the table, and those are the pillars of our well-being. And so we have the level of stress that we're under, the quality of our sleep, the quality of the food we eat, and the physical activity. And so you can imagine that if one of these 4 pillars is out of balance, we're not going to be able to properly sit at the table. Because it's like as if we chop half or even a small piece of one leg, then the table becomes uneven. And so this is what happens to our lives. If we're out of balance, we're more likely to miss opportunities. Maybe our capacity for compassion becomes limited. And if we are exhausted or stressed, our brains are not able to function at our maximum capacity. And so this is why self-care is the very foundation of our life, and not just an occasional treat that we give ourselves. And so I invite you to take a moment and just think about your table. And so is there maybe one of the legs that needs some extra attention, some extra love? And again, we have the level of stress, the quality of your sleep, the quality of the food you're eating, and the physical activity. Maybe as you take one deep inhale and you exhale, maybe you notice and something comes up to your mind right away of something that we need to prioritize. This is what I noticed this morning, is that if I keep myself in the present moment, because let's remember that we are not our thought. And so if I allow myself to be in the present moment without thinking about what's going to happen next or in the future, then I realize that I am actually sleeping better and more. then I'm not working. So my level of stress is actually way lower than usual. I'm eating good food because I have time to make my own food and to cook every day. And I actually prioritize my practice, my yoga practice, for example, every day. And so I'm noticing how I'm actually prioritizing the things that make me feel better, that makes me feel good. And therefore my overall well-being is actually pretty high at the moment, despite all the madness going around. Let's take one deep inhale now through the nose. And exhaling out. And so today, throughout the practice, I really invite you to move with intention and to really bring what makes you feel better. And to maybe throughout the day and the rest of the week, prioritize what makes you feel good. Now let's gently start to bring movement back into the body. So maybe you wiggle your toes, your fingers, you move your shoulders. Nice. Now let's do a few movements with the breath. So maybe you're sitting with your legs crossed. Now as we inhale, bring both arms up towards the ceiling. And let's grow for a moment. Really reach up. Lengthen your spine. And then when you next exhale, start to rotate towards the right. Bring in the right arm behind, the left hand maybe on your knees. And then as we inhale back to the center and lifting up. And as we exhale onto the other side. Let's do it a few more times at your own pace. With each inhale you lift up. And with each exhale you rotate. Maybe you even bring your neck, moving it towards the back. Nice. And then back to the center when you're done with your second side. Bring in both hands on your knees. We're going to do a few cat and cows by sitting. So as you inhale, hands on your knees, you shine your heart forward. And as you exhale, you round the spine, tilt in the pelvis. A few more times. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling back. Maybe you even come forward. Maybe you even start to make a few circles. Bring in the shoulders. Onto the other side. Nice. And then bring your feet together in front of you into butterfly. And then maybe we just open the hips, warming up the legs. And then again, maybe we inhale and we shine the heart forward. And as we exhale, we round. A few more times. And if this is not comfortable, you can always cross your legs. Inhaling, lengthening. And maybe this time you even fold onto your feet. And then back to center, helping yourself to bring your knees back together. And let's roll a few times onto your back. Just massaging the back a few times. Now we slowly bring ourselves into tabletop. And now let's remember that because I'm not there with you, so I can't really see each and every one of you, just make sure that you follow your own, you listen to your own body. So if you need to modify, if you need to adapt the practice, please feel free to add any variation on anything else that you need. All right? So let's do another few rounds of cat and cow into tabletop. So as you inhale, you drop your belly down, shining your heart forward. And as you exhale, you press with your hands around the spine. A few more times. Inhaling and exhaling round. And then again, maybe we even use your hips, your back. Nice. And then when you're ready, curl your toes under and then slowly make your way up into downward facing dog. So maybe this is the first downward facing dog of the day. You can pedal your feet, bend your knees, maybe bringing heels side to side. And then let's find a moment of stillness in our dog. And remember that the heels don't have to touch down. Maybe you bend your knees. Making sure that the index are facing forward, pressing with the hands. Taking one deep inhale. And exhale through the mouth. Now with your next inhale, shift your weight forward, coming into plank. And now from here, knees down, shifting the weight back, coming onto your heels. So we're sitting onto your heels. If this is not comfortable and you have blocks or something you can sit on, that's always a really good option. Now from here, right hand reaches down. As we inhale, the left arm reaches up as we tilt towards the right. Stretching the left side. Exhale back to center, left hand down, right arm reaches up. Exhale back to center. Now with your next inhale, both arms reach up with you and lifting your hips. And then from here, the left foot comes to the front for a low lunge. So the right knee is down. We are into low lunge. And you decide whether you want to maybe stretch your hip flexor and go a little deeper or stay up with your knees bent. So again, reaching up. As you exhale, right arm reaches down and maybe we tilt again towards your right. So the left arm maybe bends a little bit. Exhale back to the center, both arms down, and then the right hand inside the left foot. Now as we inhale, press with the right hand as we open with the left arm towards the ceiling. Take one deep inhale. Maybe you bend the right knee and you grab your right foot or not. Again, this is your practice, you decide. One deep inhale. Exhale, both hands down. Left foot is inside the both hands. Inhaling, shining your heart. And as you exhale, start to shift your weight back, coming into runner's lunge. So the left leg is extended. Hips are still facing forward. The right hip is pushing forward. Inhaling, lifting up, lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, maybe you fall forward. One more time. Inhaling, lifting up. And as you exhale, fall forward. And then with your next inhale, shift the weight forward into your low lunge, pressing both hands down, using your core to bring the left leg all the way up towards the ceiling, and then down for downward facing dog. And now we're going to spend 3 cycles of breath in downward facing dog or child pose. Whenever downward facing dog is too much, you can always go to your child. Exhale through the mouth. Nice. And then with your next inhale, again, shifting your way forward, coming into plank. You can hold the plank for a moment and then bring your knees down, shifting your weight forward, coming into your heels. And then this time, if it's accessible, you can stay on your toes. So we're just getting a nice stretch of the toes. And then again, right hand reaches down, left hand reaches, left arm up. Exhale down, left hand towards the floor, right arm reaches up. And exhale down. With your next inhale, coming onto your knees, lifting up. And then from here, right foot towards the front, coming into your low lunge. Let's take a moment here again, creating some length in the spine. So we're not collapsing down. We're using the strength of our legs to lift up. Tailbone reaching down. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, maybe the left hand comes to your side and then you slowly tilt towards your left, creating length on your right side. Deep inhale. Exhale back to the center, both arms down, left hand onto your mat, inside the right foot, and as we inhale, we open towards the right arm reaching up. Long line. Both shoulders are in line. Nice. Now maybe from here, you bend your left knee and you grab your left foot. Or maybe not, and you just stay here. One deep inhale. As you exhale, right arm down. Inhaling, shining your heart forward. And as you exhale, start to shift your way back, extend the front leg. Inhaling, shining your heart. And as you exhale, maybe you fold even lower. Making sure that the right hip is reaching back. One more deep inhale. Exhaling through the mouth. With your next inhale, shift your way forward, plant your hands, three-legged dog, right leg reaches up, and then down for downward facing dog. And then again, 3 cycles of breath here. Deep inhale, exhale through the mouth. Your next inhale, shift your way forward, coming into plank. And now you can hold the plank for a little bit if you feel like it, or you can start to bend your knees down, coming onto your heels again. And then again, if you're comfortable on your toes, you can keep your toes curled down. And now interlace the hands behind your lower back, and maybe you start to give yourself a nice stretch, reaching down with both arms. And now bring both hands, they're still interlaced, the fingers are interlaced to your right. So you give it a nice stretch to your left side. Now with your next inhale, again, lift your hips up. Maybe you keep your hands as they are, bringing the left foot towards the front. I'm gonna spend here another moment. And now you can release your fingers. Maybe the left hand reaches down onto your right leg, and as we inhale, the right arm reaches up. Little back bend. You're not going too far, making sure that your lower back is protected. Engage your core, your front body. Inhaling, reaching up. As you exhale, right arm down, and then this time you can decide to leave your right knee down or lifting it up as the left arm reaches up. Again, long line, shoulders on top of each other. Big inhale. Exhaling out. And then slowly bring the left hand down. If your right knee was down, lift the right knee up. And then slowly coming into pyramid. So maybe you bring your right foot closer, right heel reaches down, and the left leg, extended. Inhaling, lifting up the torso. If you have blocks and you want to use them, this is a great place for your hands. Inhaling and exhale, maybe you fold onto your left leg. Maybe you do this a few more times if you feels good. Inhaling, lifting, and exhaling down. Nice. With your next inhale, slowly come onto your left toes and then bring your right foot to meet the left at the front of your mat. Inhaling, lifting up halfway. And exhale, lower down. And then with your next inhale, bend the knees and come all the way up. Arms above your head and in front of your heart. Let's take a moment into Tadasana or mountain pose. Maybe lifting the toes and bringing them down. Tailbones reaching down, the shoulders are open. Now with your next inhale, bring both arms up towards the ceiling. Grab the left wrist and tilt towards the right. Making sure that both feet are still firmly pressing. Inhale back to center, exchange the grip, and then tilt towards the left. Nice, and then back to the center. And as you exhale, fall forward, all the way down. Inhaling halfway up, shine your heart. And as you exhale, fall forward and then jump or step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a moment here. And again, you can stay in downward facing dog or child pose. One more deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Then with your next inhale, slowly start to shift your weight forward, coming into plank. And then again, you hold the plank for a little longer if you want. Exhale, lower the knees down, shift your way back, coming onto your heels again. And you can decide whether you want to stay on your heels or your toes. And then again, interlace the fingers behind your lower back. This time, exchange the grip. So usually we tend to put one hand on top of each other. And this time use the other, the unusual way. And then again, inhaling, you shine your heart, you open. And then this time we're gonna bring both hands behind your back to your left. Let's take a moment here. Now with your next inhale, start to lift your way up. And then the right foot comes to the front. We're again into our low lunge. Spending one more moment here. And then release the grip. Inhaling, lifting both arms up. And as we exhale, the left hand inside the right foot. And then you decide whether you want to stay with the left knee down or lifting the left knee up as we open towards the right. Here on top of the left, your left toes. The arms are in line, both shoulders in line. One deep inhale. As you exhale, bring the right hand down. And then maybe you bring your left foot a little closer. And then bringing your left heel down in line with the right. Extending the front leg, coming into pyramid. So as we inhale, we shift. Maybe we shine your heart forward. And as you exhale, we fall down. Making sure that the hips are neutral, so they're, especially the right hip is pushing back and the left hip is coming forward. You can even put a hand on your lower back, making sure that you're in line. And then again, if you want, you lift your torso up and exhaling down. Then with your next inhale, slowly come onto your left toes, bending the right knee, both feet together at the front of your mat. Inhaling, lifting up, halfway up, and exhale down. And with your next inhale, bend the knees and come all the way up. Arms above your head and in front of your heart. Great. Let's take a moment again in our Tadasana mountain pose. Maybe you let your arms down. Now with your right arm, maybe you bring your hand on top of your head and you gently bring your head towards your right shoulder. Your left arm is active. Nice stretch of the left side. And then slowly release the right hand and then on the other side. Left hand over your head and then gently push the head towards the left shoulder. One deep inhale and exhale, coming back to the center. Nice. And then one more flow. So inhaling, bringing both arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, fall forward, all the way down. Inhaling halfway up, shiny heart. And as you exhale, fall forward. And then the feet are hip distance apart. Bringing the hands behind your lower back. One more time, and again, opening maybe letting your arms fall down, bending your knees. And then release both hands down, plant your hands, step or hop back, downward facing dog. Take one deep inhale, exhale through the mouth. Now with your next inhale, left leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Maybe you bend the left knee, open the left hip on top of the right. And then back to neutral. Use your core, shift your weight forward, knee to nose, and then foot inside your hands to the front of your mat. Inhaling, shining your heart. And exhale, work on your legs, your foundations for the high lunge. So the right leg is fully active, strong. Now with your next inhale, use your core to slowly lift you up, bringing the arms over your head. We're going to spend a moment here. If at any point this is too much, you can always lower your right knee down. Whoops. Creating some length here. As you exhale, lower the right heel down as we prepare for warrior two. So this time the hips are facing the side of your mat. Left knee is on top of the left ankle, arms are parallel. One more deep inhale, strong legs. With your next inhale, peaceful warrior, left hand reaches up, right arm back. And exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhaling, lifting up for peaceful. Exhale, warrior two, and then extended side angle. So the left elbow comes on top of the left knee. Firmly pressing the elbow without collapsing. And as we open, maybe we bring the right arm towards the ceiling. Nice. One more deep inhale. Exhaling off. With your next inhale, strong legs. Maybe you lift yourself up into warrior two. Extending the left leg, coming into triangle. So first, shifting away forward. trying to grab something with your left hand, and then you bring the left hand on your shin. Or again, if you have a block, that's a great spot to have a block in front of your left foot. And now from here, as we open, we come into our triangle. Then we stay here. Maybe we reach up with the right arm. And again, try not to collapse down. Maybe you come even higher with your hand, as long as you don't put it on your knee. Inhaling. As you exhale, bring everything down, both arms, coming onto your right toes, and then bringing the right foot to the front of your mat. Inhaling halfway up, shine your heart. And as you exhale, fall forward. And now maybe you grab opposite elbows and you swing side to side. Nice. And then release the hands down. Make your way into downward facing dog. So stepping or hopping back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, right leg reaches up towards the ceiling. Maybe we open, right hip on top of the left, bending the knee. Making sure that both shoulders are still firmly pressing so you're not opening on one side. Shoulders are neutral. One more inhale. Exhale, neutral, and then knee to nose. Shifting away forward, bringing the right foot towards the front of your mat. And then again, first we work on the legs. So when the legs are strong, the left leg is active, then we push up as we inhale, lengthening our torso for a high lunge. Spending a moment here. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, left heel reaches down, opening for warrior two. So this time the right knee is on top of the right ankle. Strong legs again. Hips facing the side of your mat. With your next inhale, peaceful warrior. Right arm reaches up, left arm behind. And exhale, warrior two. One more time, inhaling back for peaceful. Exhale, warrior two, and then extended side ankle. So the right elbow on top of right knee. And again, first, press into your leg, making sure that your right knee is on top of the ankle. And then maybe we open towards the side, lengthening the left arm. Nice. One deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. And then when you're ready, with the next inhale, use your core to lift you up into warrior two. And then extending the front leg, coming into triangle. So make sure that your feet, your heels are in line. And then this time we're gonna bring the left hip slightly towards the center as we reach forward. Reach, and then bring the right hand either on your shin or if you have a block. And then when you're ready, slowly start to open towards your left, bringing the left arm towards the ceiling. Nice. Beautiful triangles. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, both arms down, coming onto your left toes, right leg reaches back for a three-legged dog, and then down, downward facing dog. Now let's bend our knees, coming into child pose. Let your head heavy onto the floor. Now with your next inhale, slowly start to walk your hands towards your right, giving a nice stretch and long. Elongating the left side. your hips don't reach down, you can always grab a pillow or something to sit on. Now with your next inhale, come back to the center, and then keep walking your hands all the way to your left. Feel your back extending as you inhale, and as you exhale, let go. With your next inhale, slowly start to walk your hands back to the center, shifting your way back, coming forward, coming into tabletop. And then from here, we're going to make our way into downward facing dog. Crawling the toes under, slowly lifting the hips up. Nice. Now, from here, you can either sing downward facing dog, or maybe you grab your left ankle, you try to reach your left ankle with your right hand. Maybe not the ankle, but the chin. And then maybe we start to gaze under your left armpit. For a little rotation. Exhale back to center, right hand onto your mat. And then maybe you start to bring your left hand towards the right side, bringing your gaze towards your right armpit. Exhale, back to center, and then slowly start to walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Inhale, lifting up halfway, and then exhale down. Now coming into chair. So as we inhale, start to slowly bend your knees. The feet are hip distance apart. And then you use your core to lift you up. Maybe you bring your arms in front of you. Your next inhale, both hands in front of your heart. A little twist. So the left elbow again on top of your right knee. Both palms firmly pressing together, elbows on top of each other. And it's okay if your left knee comes slightly forward. No, it's totally fine. One deep inhale here. Exhale out. Now you can stay here, or if you want to work on your legs a little more, you shift your weight onto your right leg as you slowly bring the left leg back, coming into high lunge twist. One more deep inhale. If you are into your high lunge, can you make your way back into a twisted chair? So you shift your way forward, coming into chair, and then release down. Inhaling halfway up, shine your heart. Exhale, fall forward. As you inhale, bend the knees and come all the way up. Arms above your head and in front of your heart. Let's take a moment into Tadasana. Maybe you close your eyes. And just find your center. We rely so much on our sight. Imagine roots growing down your feet. They're helping you to ground. Nice. And then let's do the other side. Preparing as you inhale, bring in both arms towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, fall forward all the way down. Inhaling halfway up, shine your heart. Exhale, fall forward, and then again, bending the knees, coming into chair. Imagine a chair behind you, and you really want to almost sit on your chair. Maybe you bring your arms or you just keep your hands in front of your heart. One more deep inhale. Exhale, arms, hands together, coming into twist. So the right elbow comes on top of your left knee. Left elbow reaches up. And then you decide, you stay here, or maybe you shift your weight onto your left leg as you slowly, with control, bring the right leg back. One more deep inhale. Exhale, if you're in high lunge, slowly make your way back into twisted chair. And as you exhale, fall forward. And now bring your feet mat distance apart. So your feet are almost outside of your mat. Toes slightly forward and then coming into squat. So we're just come onto your bending the knees. If your heels don't touch the floor, if you have a blanket or something that you can use to support your heels, it will help. Nice. And now from here, right hand reaches down as we open towards the left. Big inhale. Exhale down. And then again, first, making sure that your elbows are inside your knees, and then the left hand reaches down as we open towards the right. Big inhale. Exhale back to the center, and then just simply come sit on your mat. Nice. And then slowly bring your back all the way down to your mat. All right. Now from here, few bridge lifts. So preparing, bringing both feet fairly close to your hips. You want to almost touch your heels. Now as you inhale, press with your feet onto the floor, lifting the hips up. As you exhale, slowly start to make your way down. If you want, you can even use the arms. So as you inhale, you reach with both the arms and the hips up. And as you exhale, you slowly make your way down. A few more times at your own pace. Inhaling, lifting. And exhaling down. Then maybe you want to hold the bridge. So as you inhale, you lift your hips up. Maybe you curl your shoulders under, interlacing the fingers behind your lower back, and then pressing up. Making sure that the knees are parallel so they're not opening towards the side. Inhaling here. And then whenever you're ready, you can slowly make your way onto the floor. And now you decide if you want a bigger back bend, you can move into wheel, or just another bridge, or just stay here. Totally up to you. Great. And then when you're done, you can bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. And then bringing the left foot down, we're going to bring the right ankle on top of your left thigh, coming into figure four. And then again, you decide whether you want to stay here or lifting the left leg up. Maybe you bring your hands behind your left knee. Your right foot is flexed. You should feel the stretch on your right glute and right side. Making sure that your back, that your lower back is firmly onto the floor. So you don't want to have any arch. So if I come there and put my hand, I shouldn't be able to put my hand underneath your lower back, so it's completely flat. Great. And now from here, keep crossing the legs. So the right leg goes all the way over the left, and then maybe you bring your knees into your chest, or if you feel comfortable, you can try to grab the external side of your feet as you press the feet towards your hips. So again, you should feel the stretch into your right side. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, release the legs. Maybe you extend the legs for a moment, feeling the deep stretch. Nice. And then onto the other side. So right foot comes onto your mat, left ankle on top of your right thigh. And then you decide how far you want to go with your right leg. Left foot is flexed. Lower back onto your mat. And then from here, cross your left leg over your right, and then maybe you reach and grab for the external side of your feet. And if you don't feel the stretch, you can try to lift your feet up, and at some point you're gonna feel it. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, release the legs down. And then moving into our final twist. So as you inhale, bringing both knees into your chest, and then slowly let your legs fall to the right. So always remember, if your legs don't touch the floor, you can bring a pillow or blocks to support your legs. And then maybe you open your arms into a T. And if you feel comfortable, maybe you start to move your gaze towards the left. And really bring your attention to your left side. So as you inhale, you really feel the left lung expanding. And as you exhale, maybe twist even more. And then whenever you're ready, with your next inhale, use your core to bring the legs back to the center. And then let them fall towards the left. And again, make sure you're comfortable. So your legs are reaching down, both shoulders should be on the mat. And especially if your right shoulder is not, it means that you need to support your legs. And maybe you open your arms and start to gaze towards your right. And then this time you bring your attention to your right side, your right rib cage. And then whenever you're ready, with your next inhale, you start to bring your legs back to the center. Maybe you give yourself one final hug. And then if there is anything else that you need, maybe a happy baby, maybe plow, feel free to do whatever you need to end your practice. And then when you're ready, you can make your way into shavasana if you need to grab something to cover yourself or a pillow for your head. Otherwise, you start to extend the legs and the arms by your side, maybe your palms facing up. Making sure you're not touching any prop and you're fully comfortable. And then when you're ready, you can close your eyes if you haven't done it yet. And we will be doing a short body scan. And I really invite you to, whenever I mention one part of the body, to bring your attention there and with your inner side, can you see if there is any part of your body that needs extra love or extra attention to release, maybe tension or stress? So let's start by taking one deep, full inhale. And then exhaling out. And then bring your attention to the crown of your head. Relax your head. Your eyes are relaxed. The space in between the eyes is relaxed. Your mouth is relaxed. Your neck is relaxed. Your right shoulder is relaxed. Your right elbow is relaxed. Your right arm is fully relaxed. Your left shoulder is relaxed. Your left elbow is relaxed. Your left wrist is relaxed. Your whole left arm is fully relaxed. The center of your chest is relaxed. Your navel is relaxed. Your right hip is relaxed. Your right knee is relaxed. Your right ankle is relaxed. Your whole right leg is fully relaxed. And your left hip is relaxed. Your left knee is relaxed. Your left ankle is relaxed. Your whole left leg is relaxed. Your whole body is fully relaxed. Your mind is calm. And for the next few minutes, there's nothing else you need to do. Just be here. And if your mind starts to wander, it's totally normal, just bringing it back to your breath. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Bringing movement back into the body. Maybe wiggling your toes, your fingers. Maybe you give yourself a full body stretch. And then whenever you're ready, maybe you bend your knees coming into your right side. And then keeping your eyes closed, gently come onto a seated position. And then when you're ready, bring your hands on top of your heart. Let's take a moment to connect to your beating heart. Feeling the gratitude for yourself for taking the time to practice today, to move your body, to calm your mind. Let's take one full deep inhale through the nose and exhaling out. One more time, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let go, maybe with a sigh. And then bringing both palms together, rubbing the palms, making some heat into your hands. And then bringing both hands in front of your eyes, creating a nice warm pocket. And then when you're ready, you can slowly start to open your eyes inside your hands. And then slowly making your way back into the room. I hope you feel calm, but also energized. You can bring this energy throughout the rest of your afternoon and the day.